Hey, my friends. Hey, how you doing? Hey, thanks for liking and watching. If you can, please subscribe. Hey, I'm also offering memberships. No pressure, my friends. Hey, welcome to another installment. It's in the bag. Let's see what's in the bag this time around. So, my friends, as I said before, generally I like to shop either the games or toys, electronics, collectibles, or the movies, my friends. And today we have a little bit of all of it. So the first thing we're going to do here is check this out, my friends. This is an old Ubisoft game. Oh no, Electronic Arts, I'm sorry. EI, Electronic Arts. And this game, my friend, is Necropolis, okay? And let's read the back of it. In the city of darkness, where the spirit of times is an insatiable lust for flesh and blood, a hero stands alone. You are Darkshire, and your nemesis will stop at nothing. The vampiric succubus, Top Hat, the magician, the masochistic master macabre, and their demonic allies join forces to indulge in fantasies of carnage worthy of only the end of time. The Electronic Arts presents Necropolis, a beautifully rendered adult graphic adventure about the grisly things you dream. This is pretty old, my friend. This says mature 17 plus. I bought it because it had the cool box art, you know. I'm not even sure this is going to work. So this, my friends, is from, let's check it out. Here it is. Oh, bogus, look. It's not even there. Oh man, I should have checked. Let's look inside, see what else is in the box. So, I guess, okay, my original plan was to see if I can put this in the CD player on the computer and see if it's going to work. Oh man, I should have checked. Okay, lesson learned, my friend. Whenever you buy stuff at the thrift store, you should always check. I cannot go back and say the disc was not in there. So basically what I bought is this really cool box to go on my shelf. Wow, okay. Let's see what else is inside. Okay, oh look here. Here's a book. Oh, here's for some old Star Wars games. What year is this, man? Sound card problems, moisture. Oh yeah. This is pretty old. 1993 on this. Oh, I gotta tell you, my friends, I'm really disappointed. Oh look, it comes with a comic book. Okay, that's not bad. I got a cool little comic book. 1994 is the date on the back of the comic. Darkshire, Crusades in the City of Night. Oh, I'm disappointed. I am really disappointed. I was hoping I can get this to work. Wow. Okay, oh look here, check this out. Here's an EI registration form. Hey, I wonder if the address is still the same. Wouldn't it blow their mind if this showed up in their mailbox? Wow, look at that. Back in the days when you had to mail things. And what's this? Here, look at this. Oh, look. For the latest and greatest games, you call the phone. Look, here it goes. Here's a phone number for tips. Get a clue for hints information called the Electronic Arts Hit Hotline. 95 cents for the first minute, 75 cents for each additional minute. If you're under 18, be sure to get a parent's permission before calling. Hotline requires a touch-tone telephone. Is only available in the U.S. Average length is 4 minutes. Oh my gosh, dude, 4 minutes? Okay, so there's $1.50. There's $2, $2.25. Oh, dude, almost $4. Almost $4 and 1994 money. Yeah, dude. Wow. Okay, it's kind of cool to have this stuff. Man, I wish I would have had the disc in there. Okay, so this system requirements. Let's check this out, my friends. So okay. So you need basically an IBM 386. That's pretty old. MS-DOS version 5 point higher or higher. Video card, just basically a 640, 480. Hard drive, oh dude, 500 Ks. That's back when 500 Ks for this game. How many games now? How many gigs now? Oh, yeah. That's too bad. 4 megabytes of RAM to run this at as peak performance. What a shame, my friends. What a shame. Lesson learned. Always check. I didn't bother checking because I was like, oh, look at this cool box. I never even opened it. It's okay. What did I pay for it? $1.99. So if I read the comic book once, hey, I got and it looks good on my shelf. Maybe what I'll do is, okay, first I'll have to read the comic book because it says mature 17 plus. Now, if it's not too risque, then we'll do a turn by turn where we look at the comic book. We can't share the game together. Pardon me. That pollen's been bad for the last week or so. Oh, God, yeah. So at least we can share the comic book experience. Okay. So, there you go. Games and toys department. Here's another item from the games and toy department. Let me fix the box really quick. Hold on. Okay. House of Danger, and I guess this is based on a book. Based on the book by R.A. Montgomery, okay? And what this is, my friends, is this is a solo game for one person, which is pretty cool. So it has 160 story cards, 129 clue cards, one or more players, age 10 plus. So I'll be playing this single, my friend. Yeah. Now, who put this? Z-Man Games? Okay, I've actually heard of them. Now, from the looks of it, my friends, here's your little game board. From the looks of it, oh, God, no, check this out, look. This stuff is still sealed in the plastic. So it looks like they opened one packet and one packet, okay? So probably enough to get started on a game. So maybe, yeah, because look, here's more bundles. Oh, yeah, they're in chapters. Chapter 4, Chapter 3, Chapter 5. Here's Chapter 2. So I guess they played through Chapter 1. Oh, nice. So we'll be playing this. I love solo play games. I have a bunch of solo play games. I got Hero Quest, Zombicide. You can play those solo games. It's really nice. So cool. So these are in chapters. Chapter 4, Chapter 5. Oh yeah, it looks like it's all there. Wonderful, friends. Wonderful. I'll have to look up the author from the House of Danger. Here's the instructions. Neat. This is going to be exciting. Pardon me. God, pardon me, my friends. Here you go. Choose your own adventure. Now, back when I was a kid, back when I was in high school, they had a bunch of choose your adventure paperbacks where depending on the choice you made, you had to go to certain pages. So when I saw choose your own adventure, that's definitely what it took me back to. So what we got here? We got psychic scale, danger meter, challenge. So I guess you lay out your cards in a certain pattern, and it has this wonderful artwork. Will definitely be. Oh, let me fix that a little bit so we don't get all messed up. Hold on. I did not get it in there good enough. There you go. Nice. I could probably buy card sleeves for these, but I don't think I will. I wonder how old this game is. Let's check it out and see. So this game is from 1995, my friends. Wow. So this has been around in somebody's closet for a while. So this game's basically, yeah, it's been around, my friends. Been around. 15 years old? Oh, no. Yeah, no way. Old. Nice. Okay. So this, my friends, was this box is in good shape. Oh no, I'm sorry. 2018. 1995 is the copyright of the game logo. The actual game is 2018. Okay. I thought this box looked like it was in good condition. That's still 8 years old. Oh, 7 years old. Still 7 years old. Okay. The math is not strong in me today, my friends. Okay, here we go. So not too bad. So we'll be seeing this in our Board with Games segments of the channel. Awesome. Now, let's just get down to the last of it. So, my friends, this is going to be some movies, okay? Now, I have a pretty extensive movie collection. I've been a movie collector since basically VHS days, okay? Once they, now when VHS first came out, they used to be like $99 for a movie. At the cheapest, it was higher because it was mostly rental places buying the films. Once they made the commercial decision to start pricing movies like, $20 to $30 and under, that's when it boomed. That became affordable, okay? That's when I started buying movies. I have a lot of my VHSs I bought used, some I bought new, a little bit of both, okay? Now, these are basically going to be DVDs. DVDs, my friend. Okay, so now, when I'm looking for movies, I'm looking for certain genres. I'm a big sci-fi, horror, western, action film. But basically, my main jam, my friend, is going to be sci-fi, horror, and with westerns. I love westerns and then action, like James Bond, that kind of stuff. I like a lot of the older movies. I'm an older guy. Now, so when I go and I look for movies, I'm looking for certain things, okay? So what I'm looking for, my friends, is I basically, ironically, I remember like most of the movies I have, okay? Which is crazy, but I do. I'm into franchises. So for example, like Friday the 13th, I have them all. So if I like a movie franchise, I pretty much get all the movies in the franchise, even if they're stinkers or not. Or if I like a director, I tend to buy all the movies that they put out, because I love the directors. Now also too, there's going to be certain labels that I trust that I can buy those movies sight unseen, and I know it's going to be a good film. And my friends, the Criterion Collection falls into that category, okay? So I bought this for $2.99. Now, I did make sure the movies are in there, okay? Now, Criterion Collection is basically a premium boutique label, okay? So they basically release only like fancy films, like landmark, films that have made an impact on film history. And so this, for example, my friends, is it's a French film, okay? Joan of Arc and Carl Dreyer, okay? Yeah, he's the guy who did Vampire, okay? So this is, so basically, I can buy any movie from this collection, and I know it's going to be top-notch. More often than not, it's going to be in subtitles, because this company releases a lot of foreign films that probably would never be seen in the States if it wasn't for companies like this. Also, too, it's companies like this that do major restorations and keep these important films alive. Now, more often than not, when you buy a Criterion Collection disc, you're going to get a nice fancy book, okay? So now this comes with a nice little essay in it. It's going to have all kinds of nice stuff in there, all right? So it's nice. So this is, and then, so this comes with, So it's really awesome. Anything, now if you're, but the thing is, you got to have a thing for foreign films, If you don't like foreign films, then this label is not going to mean nothing to you, okay? Or if you don't like classics, or it's not mainstream movies, okay? It's like art house theater stuff. It's like landmark films, Now, opposite end of the spectrum. Now we're going into total junk food, the Cannonball Run. Okay, my friends. Now, this packaging, I am so glad. Okay, so when DVDs were first coming out, they used to come in little paper cases like this. This is paper. This is called a snap case, okay? Now, more often than not, it wouldn't snap anymore. God forbid, if they put the sticker on the cardboard, it would ruin it, okay? Yeah, so that, like for example here, you see how this is on here? Yeah, I'm not going to try to peel that off because more often than not, I will damage this cover. Now, when you see this kind of cover, it's going to be out of print, my friends, because they stopped making these a while ago. So once they basically re-release this movie again, but with this kind of cover, okay? So this is going to be like the first issue of this movie on DVD when you see these kind of covers. Snapcase. They're a pain. I don't have a lot of movies in them, but I do have some. So I do have the Cannonball Run already, but because it was in the Snapcase version, I bought it. Now, a lot of times when stuff has been re-released on a new package, a lot of times there'll be new features. Okay, so what I'm hoping is this is going to have some features that aren't in the other one that I had. But this, my friends, was still a bargain at $3. And again, I made sure the movie was there. I just made that mistake with the game. Now, we're getting into some cheesy sci-fi, okay? This is Decoys, okay? Now, I have the first movie, and the first movie it's basically like a sci-fi channel. I don't know if that's still around, but it's basically kind of like when Species came out and was a big hit, then all the clone movies came out. So usually when there's a big hit and something's really good, then your smaller companies are going to jump on the bandwagon and push out a cheesy but fun subpar copy. And that's what this is. Now, usually some of those movies are pretty bad, but the first Decoys was cheesy fun, okay? Now, this is the sequel, which I've never seen. Now, usually, if it's already a subpar knockoff series already, they get really bad with each movie, okay? But sometimes, if it's so bad it's good, then you can overlook it. It could be a movie that you pop some beers with some friends and you have some laughs, okay? I don't know yet. We'll give it a watch. Now, unfortunately, I can give it a review, but I can't watch it with you because of copyright issues. Because the people that work hard on this money deserve to get paid, you know. That's why you don't like to pirate stuff. You want to make sure people get paid for the work they did. Now, this, my friend, is an anime, and this is Vampire Hunter D Bloodlust, okay? Now, this also comes, the disc was also there. Now, this is a sequel, and I've never seen the sequel. I've seen the original movie. Now, I saw the original movie in the 1980s, back when I lived in California, and I used to hang out at a comic book store, and me and a coworker, his name was Alan, we used to work at Aaron Brothers Art Marts together. We were picture framers, and when we basically hung out at the store all the time. We were like a picture there. We were like interns, you know. We didn't get paid, but we were always there. And basically, what Alan and myself would do is we would drive down to LA, go to the comic warehouse, and pick up the comic book purchases for the store and be able to buy our own comics and add it to the thing. Also, my friend Alan introduced me into anime, okay? This is back in the 80s. This is back when, it just really wasn't, you had to go to conventions. So I saw the original Vampire Hunter D at a convention, okay? So I saw Akira at a convention. I saw Robot Carnival at a convention, Vampire Hunter D, XR123. I was going to a lot of conventions at the time. And so at the conventions, it was on a smaller screen, and they were all in Japanese with no subtitles, my friend, because this is the 1980s, okay? And so basically, a gentleman would come out and tell you what the whole movie was about in like in a 5 to 10 minute speech, and then you watch the movie. And I was so thankful and so happy that I got to be in that part of when anime was coming new to the States because of my friend Alan from Aaron Brothers Art Marts. And Alan, I lost track of you, my friend, and I hope you had a wonderful life, and I hope you still are. He was a very nice guy. He's going to be about my age now. Okay, so now this is rated R. And the same thing for the first Vampire D. It was not really a movie for kids, okay? It was a cartoon for adults, and it wasn't sexual in nature. It was just gory because it's about vampires and killing vampires. And basically, Vampire Hunter D had a samurai sword. Look it up, my friends. It's pretty cool. Now, again, I'll do a review, but I cannot share this with you because of copyright information. We're almost done, my friends. Wow, these are all going to be like 20 minutes long. It's going to be a thing. Okay, so this, my friends, is Babylon 5. One of the most amazing sci-fi TV series around because it was written by the same guy throughout the whole run. He oversaw it, okay? It didn't last very long, and it was amazing, okay? This is from the 90s, my friend. This is so good. This is around the same time that Deep Space Nine was when it was brand new, okay? Now, the thing about this is, my friends, is this is a Japanese-ish copy, all right? So every once in a while, at this particular Savers in Santa Fe, I have found Japanese films, okay? Now, the last movie I found that was a Japanese film was Shaun of the Dead, okay? I can't play them because we're in a different region, okay? But normally, the Japanese editions are beautiful. They have a different artwork than we have in the States. They're more deluxe. This has a nice magnet flip case on it that opens up. And then we have the discs. The discs are all there, but for me to play them, I would need a region-free player. Because basically, when you buy a movie, they're locked to the regions you live in, okay? So for example, some movies that you can buy in Europe, you can't buy over here because of the rights issues. And they're out now. There's no rights issues. The American companies have to pay money to distribute, so that's how it works. But now, if you have a region-free DVD player, you can buy movies from all around the world and be able to play them, which could be cool and could be dangerous. Because once you start going into region-free, you start paying a lot of money because you're paying crazy amount of shipping because you're crossing the ocean, you're paying that tax, but you're going to get versions of movies that aren't available here because a lot of European movies were cut differently for the States. Well, my friends, I hope you enjoyed another installment of It's in the Bag, where I talk about my thrift store finds. I got a head full of knowledge, my friend. Is it valuable? To some, yes. To some, no. But I can gab and I can keep you entertained. And thanks for hanging out with me. So if you can, please like and subscribe and support your local thrift stores, my friend. Shop secondhand when you can, Most of the time, the stuff is good. Now, the only time you have to worry about the secondhand stuff is when you're buying stuff from the toy department because little kids get into it. But, a lot of the times, a lot of the stuff is nice or they wouldn't be selling it to you, So don't make the mistake I made. If you buy something, always check to see the disc is there. So what could have been an opportunity to be a cool game experience if it would have worked? Who knows if it would have worked? But live and learn. Thanks, friends. Have a great day, and thank you so much. Thank you so much.